Hey guys, I'm in my car again. I didn't really want to do this video because so many people are doing the Shawn Rhoden passed away video on YouTube, and I just have to do it because it's really personally affecting me, because I've been training in some way since I've been about 8 years old, okay? Push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, crunches, all that stuff, right? And I got into weightlifting at 11 years old at my house, and then my dad took me to Bally Total Fitness at 12 years old. We used to go there at 3:30 in the morning, okay? Before he would go to work, and he did construction in Arizona. In Arizona, you know, the sun comes out at 4:45. So we had to get up and go early. Then I went to junior high school. After I got home from the gym, I would go back to sleep for 30 minutes, wake back up, and go to junior high school. And we did this for 3 to 4 days a week, depending on the week. And I absolutely loved it, okay? I used to be in my living room watching World's Strongest Man, picking up punching bags that I had and lifting them up overhead, doing the presses like they do the log press. All by myself, just sitting in the living room training hard. And then we had the heaviest dumbbell that we had in my house was a 45-pound dumbbell. So I would pick that up and do the clean to single arm press overhead all by myself. And then I started learning more and more about exercise and being able to go to the gym. And then as I was getting more developed, I would be able to go to my high school gym on my own, and then, you know, blah, 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 right? I have been in love with personal development, okay? Because I also study things constantly to get better at training and coaching and sales and all these things to just develop myself personally. And I got into bodybuilding after college football because I was no longer able to play college football anymore. And I trained basically like a bodybuilder when I was in college football because that's how I grew the best. And I was already very strong. And I'm deeper into bodybuilding now. I am in the midst of attempting to get my pro card for the third time at the Masters Nationals. And this is only in 6 weeks away. I'm in the middle of the brass tacks of this entire thing, right? I'm right in the middle of it, and we're losing Andy Heyman. We're losing George Peterson. We're losing Shawn Rhoden today. So many people are, I mean, I know I'm affected because personally I feel very, very unsure about every little decision I'm making in bodybuilding now, because so many people are passing away around us. And these people all seem to be really, really good. I mean, I watched Andy Heyman since I was super young. I'm talking in my 20s, just watching him hit crazy bench press PRs, repping out 500 pounds, barbell curling 225 like it's 100 pounds. I mean, this guy was one of the strongest human beings ever. George the Bullman, massive back. I love training back because I'm visualizing getting a back like his. And then Shawn Rhoden seemed to be one of the most respectful, humble, literally just exactly what you want in somebody in this sport as a Mr. Olympia. I mean, did a really good job representing, bodybuilding when he had the title, the crown. And obviously he went through all these allegations, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about him as a bodybuilder and as a person when he's innocent until proven guilty. So anyways, and now he's gone. And when you're in bodybuilding and you're obsessed with it, and you're obsessed with improving yourself and in whatever way you possibly can, and then you see these guys passing away, and I'm sitting here questioning every freaking thing I'm doing in bodybuilding. I sit here and question every single thing now. And it's so bad because you cannot be the best at what you're doing. You can't give it your absolute all when you're sitting here questioning why you're doing it or what what you could potentially be, how you could be potentially be hurting yourself, how you could potentially leave this world early, you know, if you would have done something different. I don't know. I mean, I played football all the way through college, you know, hitting people as hard as I possibly can at 100 miles an hour, literally saying speeches at halftime to my team when I was team captain, saying, you should be willing to die for this team, because that's how passionate I was. And that's how I move through life. But guess what? I didn't have a 10-year-old daughter like I do now, and I didn't have a 5-year-old son that's got special needs and needs a lot of attention, and has a nurse and all these things. Like, there's all these things that are now different in my life, right? But I feel like if you're going to be the best at anything, you got to be so passionate about it that you're willing to lay it all out there. And I know this is kind of a rant that I'm saying, but anybody in bodybuilding that's watching this video is probably listening to me saying, yeah, I think I'm thinking some of the same things. I'm a little bit more unsure about my decision to be 270, 300 pounds. I'm a little bit more unsure about injecting this into my body, or I'm a little bit more unsure about forcing more and more and more and more and more food down every single day. You know, it's just a little bit, I mean, it's actually not a little bit, it's excruciatingly hard for everybody's family that's got to be dealing with losing such a, you know, a big integral part. You know, Andy Heyman had an entire family, and you know, they, you know, obviously he's a father and I think he was a grandfather as well. And then you got Sean Roden, who's a father, and, you know, and all these people are, they're counting on you to be there. And anytime I think about my family counting on me to be there, and I'm being too selfish, I just don't know what to do with myself. I just don't know. And that's really the point of this video, is that anytime in bodybuilding, especially, because everyone's going to point to the lifestyle as the reason why somebody passed away early. Anytime in bodybuilding, especially, if you're not questioning why you're doing it, and you're not really, really diligent on getting your blood work done and checking all your organs and looking at your previous health conditions and maybe your family history of heart issues or stroke or diabetes, then you're pretty much setting yourself up for issues. And I think there needs to be some type of health markers that we all qualify for to do a sport like this, but I don't think it's ever going to get done. And I don't know, I'm saddened, man. I had a back workout to do today, and I literally was like, I found out the news on my way into my gym to train my client, and then I was gonna just murder my back. And I'm like, I just sat there and looked at the screen of all these people posting about Sean and was like, I cannot believe another one of these freaking legends and great people in the world is gone, and they're in our industry. And I'm flabbergasted. It just took all the wind out of my sails today. I still trained back as hard as I possibly could, because to me, it's literally all or nothing. I literally have lived by that since I've been very, very young. I do not hold back in anything I do. I also have played golf my whole life, and anytime I get back into golf, I literally can't, like, I have to become the pro. I have to be the best in the freaking world. It's just, I don't know. My mindset is that way. I can't just do it to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I have to get as good as I possibly can at it. I've always been that way. And I believe some of these guys that are the best in the world are the same way. They have to be the best they possibly can. And that comes with a lot of risks. And I'm just saddened for the bodybuilding world. I'm saddened for Sean Roden's family and everybody that was close to him. And I really just hope something positive can somehow come out of it in the bodybuilding world. We have to think of a way to make it a more like safer in the fact that we're doing things as a community to stay safer. Everybody wants to get huge. Somehow we have to have some type of checkup system or something like that for people to be able to stay safer. I mean, I don't know. I really appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe. Obviously, the videos aren't going to continue to be like this. Hit the like button if you thought that what I'm saying makes sense, or comment below on what your opinion is on what I'm saying, what's going on in the bodybuilding industry, how you think we can make the bodybuilding industry safer. Do you think we should be pushing the limits for our own selves or in the industry to get better and improve? You know, what would we do moving forward? Hit the bell button. I really appreciate you guys watching. Have a great weekend and stay safe.